K-Town Pride. Yes.
That's how we're going to start off the podcast.
Yeah, that'll be the starting.
Anyways.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Muk-jji-bba.
Yeah.
Welcome. So, our first episode premiered this past week. Woo! So, if you listen to that, you guys are
real ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's so hot today.
Yeah.
It is actually.
I think I'm melting. Like,
yeah.
You must be hot. Like,
Why'd you wear this?
Okay, it was kind of cloudy, and I knew it would be like, kind of hot, but I was like, it's kind of cloudy, and I didn't know what to wear. I have very limited fits, and so this is like just the only thing that came to mind. Kind of regret it.
Well, to be fair, it did drizzle this morning.
It did, yeah. And I thought I would just be inside in like AC'd environments, but it's still pretty hot.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, back in my hometown, it's actually, it's like usually like around 5 degrees cooler, but it makes a big
difference.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but
it's huge.
Yeah.
My dad recently started working in Judy's hometown, and every time he comes home, he's like, wow, it's so much cooler where I work. And I was like, lucky you.
I mean, we're closer to the beach, so
makes sense.
Is it cooler in El Segundo, too?
I think so. I think it is. But honestly, I'm just inside the whole time, so I can't really tell. But I think it is a little bit cooler.
Yeah. Also, is it El Segundo or El Segundo?
I say El Segundo.
Okay.
But I don't know what the right...
Segundo means second in Spanish, I'm pretty sure.
Segundo.
Amazing.
Sí.
You know, El Segundo won Little League this past, month. Like, they won the whole thing.
What's,
Little League.
Sports?
Like,
baseball?
babies playing baseball.
Oh,
Babies.
they play by cities?
Like, how many months?
World.
I think it's by...
World?
It's by city, I think.
Interesting.
I don't know, but they had a whole parade to celebrate their coming back to El Segundo. I don't know.
Yeah. Little babies marching.
I don't know, yeah. But yeah, my boss mentioned it during our team meeting, and he was like, why did no one tell me? And we were like, none of us are from there. And we were like, if anything, you should.
Yeah.
Is he from El Segundo?
I believe so. So I'm like, you're the only one who really cares about this. But
True.
So he's fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
See.
But yeah.
Well, in my hometown, I don't know if it's significantly cooler. It's just the same as LA, or it's like a little bit cooler, maybe 1 or 2 degrees, but not a significant enough difference, I don't think.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll keep mentioning our hometown because for this week's episode, we're trying something different. We're trying to... What's that word called?
Sell, pitch?
Yeah, sell or pitch our hometowns because we're all from different places around the greater LA area, I guess. But, yeah. Who wants to go first?
Not I.
It's kind of difficult, but I feel like you said you were thinking about this yesterday while you were walking.
Well, not the pros, but more like catastrophe. So I was catastrophizing. I have a tendency to catastrophize any situation, and so, I really was thinking if I say the name of my city, people will find me and come for me.
No privacy.
Yeah, but also because my city is not super big, like Hollywood or it's like a pretty small suburban area. So should I say the name?
I think it's fine. We only have we have less than 100 followers as of now. So I
That's
think, and they're all like people we know. So
That's true. So, you know, if anyone else out there is listening and is from the city, you can feel a sense of camaraderie. But anyway, so I actually did grow up in K-Town for the first 5 years of my life. When I first moved from Korea, I grew up here, went to preschool and kindergarten, Beverly Hills Christian School.
oh,
Yeah, I went
where
there.
is that? Beverly Hills.
No, I don't think so. It was like it was somewhere
I've never
in
heard of that
K-Town, I'm
school.
pretty sure. Oh, or what if they're not in existence anymore?
Maybe
That would be so
Maybe
sad.
Beverly
Let me look it
Hills.
up.
Yeah, please look it up.
What's it called?
because
Beverly Hills
Christian school, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. But
Continue.
yeah, we had uniforms and everything. I lived in like the Berendos,
Oh.
like that area where there's the big Ralphs and like Vons. And then moved over to OC because schools were better there, according to my parents. So once I started first grade, I moved over to Orange County, specifically Cypress. And it was so funny. I talked to someone, and for the first time in my life, I'd never heard this before, but this dude was like, "Oh, I heard you grew up in the hood." And I was like, "Cypress is not." And he was like, "Yeah, C-Town." And I was like, "No." No.
Was this recent?
Yeah, it was recent.
Oh.
It was my manager's husband.
Where's
Oh,
Like Torrance, El Segundo area, or Torrance, I think. So I was
are you
like,
kidding me? I think it's like similar.
yeah, no, literally. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
I've never in my entire life heard of that. And I feel like if anything, Cyprus is kind of the opposite.
Isn't C-Town like Chinatown?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I thought that like J-Town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
think it
You're
is.
K-Town. Oh, you're right. Yeah. No, I was very shocked. And so it was very entertaining. But yeah, Cyprus is quite literally houses, parks, grocery stores, and schools. And like a couple churches sprinkled here and there. Like some restaurants, but the library. We have a lot of tennis courts too.
Like at the parks or
Yeah, like both, like at the parks, and then the
Oh.
library is actually a big civic center. So the police station is right there, the library is right there, City Hall is right there, and the tennis courts are right there. And so it's really safe. Like my high school is right across the street too from the civic center, so we were in a very safe environment. Like the cops are right there. So not that anything would ever happen at school, or it was very unlikely to happen, but if something were to, we were safe because we had help right there.
Was it just your school or?
Yeah, like our school was the only one in like right down the street from it. But
I
all
see.
the other schools were relatively close by. Like Cyprus isn't a huge city, so
Yeah.
it's one appeal.
I just looked it up and I think it does exist. Your Beverly. Christian
Oh, maybe
Academy?
it's Academy.
Yeah.
Good times.
Do you remember?
Slightly.
Oh.
Slightly. Yes. Yeah, that's my brief spiel of Cyprus.
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, I was born and raised in K-Town, Koreatown, Los Angeles. And I can say that we too have tennis courts sprinkled around, churches everywhere.
I've been to the tennis courts in K-Town, and I must say that the quality of the surface is a bit better in Cyprus.
I'm sure, yes. But I would like to say that the tennis, or not just the tennis courts, but different public spaces in K-Town, they have character. It's like
rats.
I've never seen. I've actually never.
really?
I always see rats here.
I saw rats when I
I only
played
saw
tennis.
it once. I only saw a rat once, and it wasn't at a tennis court. It was, Slurpin' ramen.
Oh,
I was sitting where the how there are window seats.
Yeah.
And I was like eating my ramen, and I just
no.
see this rat munching on hot Cheetos or something, and I'm like, oh, hello there.
I would have stopped eating.
No, I mean, I was like,
Wow, you got a strong stomach.
yeah. But yeah, K-Town, you can find a lot of interesting people here. Yeah. Let's see. The food, restaurants.
Yes.
That is a pro for sure.
For sure.
There are so many. A lot of cafes too. I feel like growing up there weren't that many cafes, or at least like when you're little, you don't
Care for them.
Yeah, you don't go like cafe hopping, you know. But yeah, recently there's been a lot. What else? Yeah, education. Yes, I must admit, your parents were correct. The education system is probably better in Cyprus, but yeah, I can't say anything about that. But let's see. Yeah, that's all I can really say right now. Oh, this is kind of random, but a couple of weeks ago, I ate dinner where like the Chapman Plaza is. And wow, it was like kind of traumatic because after dinner, and I was like going back to where my car was parked, and it was dark because it was at night.
Yeah.
I'm just like walking normally, but I tend to look at the ground when I'm walking. I see one cockroach. And I'm like, oh shoot. And I like avoid it, obviously. But I see like every step I take, there's just like a cockroach. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm just like hopping around trying to get to my car. It's like the floor is lava, but with cockroaches. And it's never been that bad, but I was like, oh my
God.
Disgusting.
That's actually so nasty.
Yeah, it's getting nastier and nastier, but it has character. So K-Town is where it's at.
So where is that?
Yes,
Love
it's where
that
it's
for
at.
you.
Yes.
Not for me.
Wow. Can you imagine just like you're walking down like the sidewalk or the street, and you just see like a girl like.
No, I was like embarrassed, but I don't care like if anyone's watching. I don't want to.
Anyone would do that.
Yeah.
It's like the Mummy movie. There's that. Do you guys know the movie The Mummy, like the old movie? There is a scene, I don't remember it fully, but it was part of the Universal Studios roller coaster. There's
when it stops.
Yeah, it stops and like all the bugs are like that's what I imagined.
Like it kind of felt like that. It looked like it too. It was like a reddish color. I was like, ugh. No, thank you.
This is a good place to start your pitch.
Yeah. So I am from Torrance. I think we have like some like slogan or whatever, but I don't remember. It's like, oh man, I don't even know. But it, you know when like Snapchat filters, like you can like swipe through, and then like the location thingy would pop up. We had like a sticker thingy, like a filter, and it had the slogan on there, but
That's cool.
I don't remember. But yeah, Torrance is fairly quiet. It's nice because we're right in between OC and LA, so I think it's super convenient. Like when you're going to either places, either cities, counties. No, I'm in the LA County. It'd be city, sorry.
Yeah.
Whether you need to go to K-Town or Cyprus, I'm like right in the middle. So it's like kind of nice.
Yeah.
And school education is education. We have like 4 different high schools, and there's like one high school that's like, this is where all the smart kids go. And that's like my high school and like this other high school, it's like, oh, it's where like students go. Type vibe. So
The names, I always found it funny how it's so creative. North,
South, West, and Torrance High School.
Why is
Where's
Torrance
East?
called Torrance
Well,
and not East?
You know, I don't know. I do not know. But that was like the whole like Torrance High pride. It's like, oh, like we're not a like we're a destination or something. I don't know. Like it was something like that, but
It has character.
Exactly.
Character.
Oh God.
Yes.
Word of the day.
What else? We have a lot of good Japanese food.
That's true.
Honestly, like so solid. If you want good Japanese food, go to Torrance. Like Torrance, bomb Japanese food. We're like slowly opening up a lot of other restaurants too, and we're really close to Gardena. So and like Gardena has a lot of great food. So that's nice. Markets.
Enough for the necessities.
Yeah. I mean, it's like developing slowly but surely, but it's also nice because it's pretty quiet, you know. Yeah. So, Dalama Mall.
Yes. Dalama Mall.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. However,
It's a huge mall.
yes.
I think it's a little too huge. Like, don't you think so?
No. I know where all the stores are.
Well, that's because you grew up going there.
Wait, but it was very different when
was
I was
it?
growing up. We had like it was the old mall. Like we had hot dog on a stick.
Oh my gosh.
In our food court.
I've
No
never
more.
tried that place. Have any of you guys tried it? Is it basically just a corn dog?
Yeah.
Do you like corn dogs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, I think corn
Why? You
dogs
don't-
are pretty good.
really? I don't like the. Maybe I don't like corn.
Oh.
Like I just don't like the texture.
I
Yeah.
love corn. I love corn.
What is it? The kid? Oh, it's corn.
Do you know it?
Yeah, that's what I
I really like cone.
said. But just say, I like corn. Okay, we're gonna cut this.
To give some context, and she doesn't have TikTok.
Yes.
Like she doesn't know a lot of things.
Yes. Like she's like culturally a little bit behind.
I'm very behind.
We catch her up though. Don't worry, y'all. We catch her up.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious when I don't know things, and they always ask, "Do you know that?"
Oh my god, the TikTok sound. My pronouns are USA. We're like rah, right? That sound. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but you sent it in our
yes.
group
like
chat.
Eagle came up. I don't know
Yeah, I was
how.
like, my pronouns are USA. And was like, oh my god, Judy, you're so funny.
I thought she was a comedic genius.
And that's when I knew, oh my goodness, she doesn't know like, what I'm
we were
talking
like,
about.
do you know where that's from? And she's like, oh, what do you mean?
I'm so thankful for you guys. What
You
would I
make us
do?
feel very like
True.
culturally, like we like fit in, like social.
You don't feel
I'm clearly not fitting in.
No,
Not tonight.
but you're still friends with us.
Oh, thank God.
So,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's Torrance. That's Torrance.
Lovely.
I feel like I went to Torrance way more this past year than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah, like I've never gone to Torrance.
Like,
Yeah.
I think I've been there like once before, and I was like to get Krispy Kreme or something.
Why'd you go
really
really there
random?
for
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe they're. I don't know actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's quite a trip.
But
Yes.
yes. And then Cyprus, I was like, it's pretty close to Cerritos, so I was there pretty often growing up because I went to church there. But yeah.
Yeah, so Cyprus is close to all the other OC cities that have more things like Cerritos, Buena Park, Fullerton. Cyprus is adjacent to like all those cities, and we're also pretty close to Long Beach, which is like pretty convenient too because there's more stuff there. But in terms of actually at Cyprus, there's not a lot of things to do. Like after school, I think the biggest things my friends and I would do is like walk to the Dairy Queen or walk almost a mile to like the 85 bakery or because that opened up sometime or later, like the latter half of high school. There was like one acai shop inside a car wash. It's Amen Acai, that place. Like we would sometimes go there. Yeah, those were like 7 leaves. We had 7 leaves.
Love 7 leaves.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Shout out to Garrett Bestie.
Yes, my brother worked there for a summer, and it was the best thing ever.
His name is also not Garrett.
I don't know. Was it like I remember?
Yeah, you were like, I was talking about my brother for something, and then you were like, oh yeah, like Garrett, so confidently, and I was like, who's Garrett? But then that like stuck with it.
Yeah.
Stuck with him because that's just like your guys' haha inside joke. But also my brother said he actually uses it sometimes when he goes to restaurants or
Really?
like cafes for his name. He'll sometimes say Garrett. Nice.
You're welcome, Garrett Bestie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
7 leaves. Bomb.
Delish.
I've never tried Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah. I think it's actually not around a lot of places.
Is that the one with the like?
Yes.
I was thinking about it. I don't know why this struck me recently, but I was like, wait a minute. Oreo Blizzard is basically an Oreo McFlurry. I don't know why that like struck me recently, but it's essentially the same. I think Blizzard's just a little thicker, and they just have a lot more flavors. Yeah, like a lot of mix-ins, a lot of seasonal mix-ins. They also have like smoothies, ice cream cake.
Oh,
Just DQ ambassador.
what was your favorite flavor?
I think I just always got an Oreo Blizzard. Can never go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you guys want to continue living in your respective cities even after, in like the next 10, 15 years even? Like further long term?
That's a good question. I think for me, I have like, I don't know if this is just me or if it's, no, I feel like a lot of people who grew up in K-Town kind of have this weird pride. I don't know why, but I think it's like, because K-Town doesn't have the best rep, just like, it's like very urban, very much, in a good way, it's diverse, I guess, and a lot of things go on all the time. So in that sense, I do appreciate it. And for some reason, I always envisioned a future living here. But I don't know. There are a lot of different cities close by where I would consider living. But I think I would always just want to be somewhere near here just because it's familiar in a way. And I'm like attached to it in a sense. Yeah.
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 That makes sense.
I feel like for myself, I always felt like I would move out to like K-Town or like even move to like OC for a little bit to like live by myself in my early to like mid 20s. And then if I were to ever like settle down and have like a family, I would probably go back to Torrance. But yeah, I think recently, it's like going to like Cyprus, like coming to K-Town or even like driving up to the valley. It's like there's so many different places and so many different things you can do. I don't know. So I think it's still kind of just like, I'm just like, oh, like wherever I end up, like, I'm going to end up. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think when I'm younger, I always did envision myself like living out of home and in LA since I work in LA, but because I grew up in a suburban area, it feels like too much for me sometimes, like coming into LA, like no parking terrifies me, like the narrow roads, it feels stressful sometimes. And so most of the time when I go to work and I'm coming back home and I enter the streets of OC, I almost release a sigh because it's like, oh, wow, that was enough just for one day. So I don't know, maybe because it's best when you're young and have the most energy to live in a place like this. And this is also where a lot of like people are, like my friends are. Friends end up coming here. So maybe, but definitely long term, with my own family, I want to be an OC, like for sure. Yeah. I thought I didn't want to stay in Cyprus when I was really little, but the older I get, I'm appreciating the slowness and the ability to just take walks. I don't even take my phone out on walks because I feel like in LA, I kind of feel like I have to, in case something happens. But when I'm at home, I just go out by myself. And then even if it's like slightly dark, I feel okay just walking around. And there's literally a park on basically every street. There's a duck park. There's like a park with ducks near my house, and when it's very safe. So the police don't have much to do. So even when there's a duck like on the street, like hit by a car or something, a police will come and like like block the street. Like I'm not even joking. Yeah. So it's sometimes. I'm pretty sure this happened once when I was in elementary school and I was trying to go to school. But you know how there's traffic, quote unquote traffic with schools starting? Because, there's just a huge line to get into the schools. In the middle of that morning, I think there was just like an accident that happened with 2 ducks. And then the police came and directed traffic so that everyone would veer away from the ducks.
Oh.
That's how great Cyprus is, everyone.
Wow. That's like a huge contrast to... So this past week when I was going to work, near like Culver City area, there was a roadkill. And it was like... It was very sad and quite gory. Like I had to do like... Wow, what did I just see? But it's still there.
Still?
No, they didn't clean it up. It's like, I thought and now it's like all shriveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so there is a difference.
Very big difference.
Yeah.
I've seen so much roadkill in Torrance.
It's so bad.
I think it's because we have a marsh. And because of that, like we have a lot of different animals and like, but you see like a lot of raccoons, a lot of possums. So I don't. The raccoons in Torrance are like really scary looking.
Oh, I've actually never seen a raccoon roam around.
They're very chubby. So like, you know the ones you see in like Korea and they have like raccoon cafe.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like it's not bad. I can see why people think they're cute. But when you see the ones in Torrance, they're so scary. And they're big because like they eat anything and everything. Like trash, whatever. They eat all of that. And they never move alone. They move with their family.
That's scary.
And it's kind of cute. Like they're a unit, you know, a familial unit.
Yeah, sure, we can think of it like that.
Anyway, sorry. I didn't know raccoons are like very familial animals.
I don't know, but they usually are like in
Groups?
at least pairs.
Aww.
Yeah, I feel like you never really see them alone, and like they hide in the. Is it like the sewer? Like the it's like in the sidewalk, like, they usually hide in there. So when they like hear your car, I think they just like go under, and so when your headlights kind of like glaze over that section, their eyes like glow.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah, so sometimes I'm like driving and I didn't see them like cross the street, so I'm like, oh, whatever, and then like my headlights kind of like graze over that area and I like see eyes like staring at me and I'm like,
That's
like,
really scary.
yeah, but we see a lot of raccoons and a lot of possums.
Possums are...
Did I ever tell you guys? Sorry, I keep talking about, but I like encountered a possum like he was like very close to me. Okay, I don't even.
Oh my goodness!
Wait,
like you were out of your car.
He was like on. You know what? When you enter my house, there's like a stair thing, and then there's like the railing.
It was right there.
He was on the railing. He, she, it, they. I don't know, but I'm gonna call it it. It was on my railing, and it was weird. So I was coming home after a Friday night, so it was pretty late, and I'm like pretty tired. So, but my parents always leave the front light on for me, and so I'm just like walking, no big deal.
Yeah,
and then I hear like nails like on the railing, kind of like that. But I just thought like, oh, maybe it's like I like stepped on something or something's on my stair. Like, I don't know. And then as I climb up the staircase, I meet eyes with the possum. Like, we're like looking at each other eye to eye. And you can tell by his body language, or its body language, it is about to attack me at like any second, like depending on what I do. And so I'm like slowly approaching my door. And I go, oh man, I run in.
Oh my gosh.
And then after that, I'm very careful about going up my stairs. But yeah, my dad installed a Ring camera. So he got it on footage.
Wow.
But you don't see the possum.
Oh,
So you just look, I just look insane. Like I'm running away from nothing. Yeah, but it's quite scary.
No, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
You're a survivor.
Yeah. Do you guys have any friends who love raccoons?
What?
Like
Do you?
I do.
Whoa, interesting.
A friend, a high school friend. Shout out to Michelle.
Oh no, is she gonna listen to this?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh,
anyways,
I'm sorry.
She loves raccoons.
Has she always?
She always, and I think it began with Pocahontas.
Okay.
What's his name? Like Miko or something like that. But she just thinks raccoons are the cutest animals to exist. And I'm just like,
Interesting.
you are false. But to each their own.
Yes.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned ducks in OC because I have also encountered a duck in Orange County growing up. I think it's a funny story to tell, so I will just tell it. It was at a tennis court.
Yeah.
So going back full circle to tennis courts.
I remember this story.
I was around like 4 or 5 years old, and I can remember it clear as day because it was traumatic. I was hanging out. It was like some like church people, and I was like pretty well behaved as a child, but that day I think I was feeling a little reckless. So I just see these ducks, and I'm like, oh, like that's so cool. And then they have like, you know, their like tails or whatever, their feathers, and I'm like, wow, I really want to touch that. So I just like start chasing this one duck, and I like try to like grab its tail. And then I don't know if I ever did.
Yeah.
But eventually it just like turns around and bites my finger. And I didn't know ducks had teeth.
Yeah, they do.
They have teeth. And like you can literally see it. And I think it was like my ring finger or something like that. But it was purple and bruised. And yeah, since then I'm not a huge fan of ducks.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I put a duck on your keychain? The duck patch?
You know, how'd you know?
It holds meaning.
Yeah.
It's like face your fears, you know?
Be with your fears at all times.
I like rubber ducks. It looks like a rubber duck.
Oh, yeah, because it's yellow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one I encountered was not yellow.
Yeah.
It was not a cute looking duck.
Yeah. There are no yellow ducklings at these parks. They're always fully grown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
You're a survivor too.
Yes.
Dang, that's crazy though.
You know how you said that you feel relieved when you like drive from LA back home to Orange County? It's the opposite for me, which is really interesting because for some reason I associate OC. It's gotten better now, but before I always associated with like just really energy draining drives, and I had piano lessons in Fullerton, so I hated those. So I think automatically I just negative vibes, you know?
Yeah.
So whenever I would go there, I would just feel really tired and drained, and I think it's just a little too quiet. Like, especially even now when I'm driving and the roads are too wide, and I'm like, oh, this feels really wrong. Like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, like something illegal. I don't know. But
Interesting.
yeah, I'm like, am I even on the right side of the road? I don't know. I can't tell. It's way too wide.
That's true.
Yeah, but then here, I'm just like, oh yeah, like narrow streets, let's go.
Yeah, wait, K-Town girls, the way y'all drive, it's so scary.
I know. I think I'm a reckless driver.
You are.
I love it.
I'm a little scared.
I like it's the thrill. It's like they're like swerving through cars. I'm like, oh my god, like so sexy. Like do it again.
No, when I'm in the passenger seat of Brittany's car, especially because Brittany's car is really big.
Yeah.
Like
Big,
it's
yeah.
so big, and so I'm like, wow, we are really close to this parked car on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how you do it. It's just actually,
Yeah.
it's actually a skill. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I never thought I would be like a stereotypical K-Town driver, but I think
You are.
you just kind of
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
In LA for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes because I drive in LA, like honestly, if I'm working from home, I don't go out. Like so whenever I drive, it's actually mostly in LA. So if I do drive in OC, I remember I picked up like my brother was hanging out with a friend, but neither of them could drive that day. So I like drove my brother and then picked up his friend, and I was like running like a yellow, like super fast to take the left turn, and my brother and friend were like they're like gripping onto the handle, and then my brother was like, whoa, chill, like we're not in K-Town. I was like, I'm sorry, like I have it now, but
Yeah.
very different for sure. And also there's a lot of, I know there are like elderly drivers here too, but in OC there's a lot more, I feel
Yes,
like. And so
yes.
I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
like come on.
It's like you might go out all day, but I don't.
Sorry. No, like, places to be. Yeah.
Like my sister, so she went to college in Irvine, but we went to college in LA, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I did most of my driving. So I got my license in high school, but I didn't have like my own car and stuff till like college. And so I think after driving around in LA, you just naturally like pick up the habits and
Yeah.
like kind of like that driving culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's always like, why are you so angry? And I was like, wow, like you
Oh,
have
yeah.
not seen real LA drivers. Like the anger that they have is like crazy. And so, yeah, I mean, Irvine, like it's like 50 miles per hour local, like streets are wide. There's no reason to be angry. But in LA, apparently there are a lot of reasons. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Like especially on the freeway too. People just like cut you off.
Yeah, it's
So,
like, why?
No,
Yeah.
literally, and I get so heated when I drive, and so when my brother was home for break and we would go to church in LA and like go back home, I would literally be saying a comment every minute. He'd be like, "Why are you so mad? Like, why are you like this?" I'm like, "Okay, well, you don't understand. Like, this is infuriating."
But my dad doesn't. He's not that reckless of a driver, and he doesn't really talk while he's driving.
I can see that.
So I don't know where I got my. I don't know, but yeah, when I drive my parents, they hate it. Like they're just like, oh, can
Yeah.
your dad drive?
Yeah.
Please.
It's the same with my family. Whenever my sister drives or I drive, my parents are like really worried and nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which it's valid, but
it is.
yeah. Did you move within your hometown growing up?
No, never. I stayed in Cyprus. Basically, once I moved there, I only moved like houses. So I first lived in an apartment when we moved to Cyprus, and then in the middle of elementary, we moved to where we live now. So pretty much same place most of my life. And so during like senior year of college, my parents were kind of considering like, oh, should we sell our house and like move to somewhere smaller? But I was like, no, because I get attached to things really easily, and I don't like to let go of even objects with sentimental value. And so I was very sad, and I was like, no, we cannot move. Like, and also I feel like our area is really unique because there's so much just green, open space.
Yeah.
And so, and we have multiple swimming pools in our I guess in apartment terms, like complex, just like in our, because I live in a townhouse area. So yeah, there's a lot of just like common open public space. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, like home. So I was like, no, we cannot move. Yeah, and so we haven't. Not that I really played a role, interest rates were really bad.
Real.
It worked out. For,
Yeah, it worked out. Thanks, economy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I moved around within Cape Town through 3 times in my memory, but I'm sure it's been more than that, like when I was super little. But yeah, I think I lived in this neighborhood, which is like, I don't know what to, this isn't really K-Town technically. It's like
really?
mid-city kind of, but near LA High school. And then I moved closer to the heart of K-Town, which is like where the Chapman area is.
Oh, wow.
Technically, it's little Bangladesh. That's like literally, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that area. I don't know like
The boundary?
what the boundaries are, but where I lived before I moved here, it was little Bangladesh, and that was an interesting time for sure.
I
Like
bet.
I for some reason would walk to a lot of different places. Like Vermont Galleria Market was there, like close by. Ralph's was also there, I think, and Chapman. I never walked there, but it was before it was popular. But yeah, and then now I'm back here, which is a little bit quieter. Yeah.
How old were you when you lived in that little Bangladesh area?
It was from like 4th grade to 9th or 10th grade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always thought you lived here like
No.
forever.
No, I moved here like in high school.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah.
I see.
Yeah. What about you? Did you move around?
I think we did. Well, after I was born, I think it was just once. Because I lived in my house for a pretty long time. Yeah. I think with my with my sister, they might have moved like once or twice before, but yeah, I've basically lived in my house right now for like as long as I can remember, so not too much. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys go to 한글학교?
Yes.
Yes, when I lived in Cape Town.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
at the church that I went to at that time.
Oh, I
Which
see.
one?
I went to Open Door, like that's
Oh.
열린문교회. I went there. I got like baptized, like baby baptism
wow.
there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I went to 한글학교 there for a little bit, Korean school for a little bit there. So, yeah. How about you guys?
Yeah, I went to Wilshire Private School 한글학교.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's on Wilshire.
No way. Dude,
Crazy. That's so creative.
Yeah, it was like, so during the weekday it's some like super small private school, and then on Saturdays it was a Korean school. And so I went there for a pretty long time. I would say like kindergarten to like 9th grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ninth?
Yeah.
That's a really long time.
I like, you know how there are grades,
Yeah.
like the workbooks or whatever. I just like completed that. Like my mom was like, "Oh, you have to attend until you like
my
actually
goodness.
graduate
Oh.
from the program or whatever." So I was there for a very long time, and it's like really interesting to think back on my experience there because I had the same classmates for a pretty long time.
Dang.
And then, but it's interesting because I was like never close to them. I just went in and out. That's it. But yeah, it kind of feels like, I don't know, like my memories there are very not that clear for some reason, even though I was there for a long time. The only thing I remember clearly is like the snack time. They had some like pretty bomb snacks.
Dang.
Yeah. By snacks, I mean like actual meals, like tteokbokki and stuff like
wow.
that. Nachos were my favorite.
Love nachos.
Wait,
Yeah.
that sounds bomb.
They like cooked it there, like the cheese,
wow.
in a huge pot. Yeah.
Like the thick, yellow,
Yeah.
hot.
You just like stir it and then
Yeah.
pour it on your plate of nachos.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Was that like an all-day thing, or did you only go in the mornings?
I think it was just morning, like 9 to 12 or something like that. Yeah. But
the sounds of LA.
yes, this is LA for you.
Oh. I also went to 한글학교. At Torrance First Presbyterian Church.
Oh yes.
If you know, you know.
I pass. I always pass by when we go to your house.
It's huge.
It is quite a big church, and it's like one of it. If you're Korean American and you're Christian, like
That's-
you've 100% have at least been inside TFPC. It's kind of like that type of church. Yeah, I did my 한글학교 there. I think I was there from like kinder first to like fourth grade. Yeah, but I remember when in fourth grade when like that 한글학교 season was coming to an end, I started to not attend classes like slowly, and then 그 like 땡땡이의 그 맛을 알아가지고 I like kind of stopped going, and my mom was kind of just chill about it, and
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, just like don't go, because usually before she was like, no, you should go, you know, it's class, but after she was just like, yeah, just don't go, and then just didn't go. Yeah, you know, I was like a grade or two above my like actual grade. Like, oh wow, that's only
She's
me.
a star student.
Wait, but you came from Korea, so wasn't Hangul pretty like easy?
But I came here when I was 11 months old, so I couldn't even talk, guys.
Wait, 11 months?
I don't
You're
know.
talking, kind of.
Oh no! I don't know the 1-year-old babies at church are definitely not talking
Wait.
real sentences.
Oh, I was walking by 10 months.
Yeah.
I don't think you talk.
Yeah, definitely not
Yes,
talking.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I never attended school or anything in Korea. So honestly, I'm more American in a sense because I never did any activities in Korea besides being born, like which I didn't even do anything about. But yeah. Yeah, but I didn't attend Korean school for very long. It was literally like before I moved to OC, so up till maybe kindergarten.
Yeah. I just think it's cool how Korean school is a very cultural, like, like everyone goes for at least some amount of time.
Yeah, every church has one.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter where your hometown is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, K-Town has a lot of festivals. Cultural
That's true.
festivals.
That's so true.
Yeah. So I feel like things like OC Fair, stuff like that, it was more recent. I feel
is
did
it?
I may be completely wrong, but I feel like it wasn't that big of an event when we were little. Or maybe it's because we reached that age where we would go to these fairs. I don't know.
I think it was still pretty big because I remember in elementary school around the time of OC fairs, you would all get like a printout of this cow wearing overalls to color, like because I was like the mascot of the OC fair. So we would color. I have vivid memories of coloring that thing in elementary school.
Wait, did
Yeah.
you guys ever do coloring contests? You know how like restaurants and like Trader Joe's and random just small businesses, they hold like coloring contests.
They do.
They do. I've entered like, you know, Polly's Pies?
yeah.
They had a lot of those. And I think there was one time, so for context, I ate breakfast there every Sunday for some time when my dad was part of the choir at church. Because we had to go really early.
Yeah.
My mom and I had nothing to do, so we
Yeah.
would go to Polly's and eat breakfast there. And for kids, they would give us like a coloring sheet. And for some time, the grand prize was this beautiful bike, like a
Wow.
bicycle. It looked so beautiful. I didn't even know how to ride a bike back then, but I really wanted it.
Yeah.
So I would like every time I go, I would color it, and I was like quite the colorer. I would like to say, yeah.
Wow.
But I don't think I never won that grand prize. But K-Town also had a lot of like mini little. There was like a stationery store where it's where Awesome Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plaza. There used to be a stationery store, kind of like a Morning Glory.
Yeah.
But it wasn't called that. It was something else. But then they had a contest there, and I think I won second prize.
Ooh.
And I got a lot of like free stationery.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
so happy. But I was like even happier that I didn't win first prize, because first prize got just this like gigantic teddy bear, and I was like, that's it.
Oh,
And I was like, wow, what am I gonna do with that? You know?
yeah, literally. Oh
So I
my
was like,
god.
oh, thank God I won second prize.
You're the real winner.
Yes.
First the worst, second the best.
Yes.
Whoever got first place is probably punching the air right now.
Punching the teddy bear right now.
Whoever won that first prize.
Ha ha ha. Oh, yeah, we didn't have, I don't recall contests like that. Maybe the cow was a contest too.
Maybe,
I never really cared for it, but our library was, I don't know if it was all libraries in the OC, but at least the Cyprus library. I really looked forward to the summers because there was always like a summer reading program. And so you literally like color for every like 20 minutes that you read, and there's milestones. And so when you read the first hour, you come in, the volunteers like stamp it, and then you can get a little prize. There's like a little prize for every milestone. And also when you sign up, you write your name and on whatever the theme for that year is. So I think one year the little cutouts are butterflies, so you write your name and they stick it on the like the window of the library, so it's there all summer. And then you come in for every milestone, and then the grand, I remember when I think the economy was a little bit better, like one of the milestone prizes was like a free In-N-Out hamburger. So it was like, obviously I'm gonna do it, you know.
Right.
And so that was like the treat of the summer.
I thought when you said the economy was better, I expected like free in and out for like a year.
No,
like a coupon or
Just
like it's like a single hamburger. Like
yeah, just like one burger.
Oh,
wow.
Because right now, I don't think they have that available now as a prize. But back then we did. And so, yeah, like I would do that. And then at the very end, when you're done with the little road and get to the final bubble, you get a free book of your choice. And
that's nice.
yeah, and then you get to, you have a ticket for a raffle. So they had like huge raffle baskets. And then obviously I never got one because it's so hard to win, but I always wanted to win. They were really good prizes. I think there was like Dodgers tickets or like a basket full of nice chocolates and, you know, those things. So, yeah, I very fondly remember that.
I didn't really do like coloring contests or like any like. We used to have like those like read to like meet the Clippers or something.
Ooh,
But
Clippers.
yeah, you have to like read so much. And I was like, I'll read today, and then read. I'm like, psych, like you're not gonna see the Clippers like this time.
That's so cool though. So if you read however much it says, you're guaranteed to meet them, or is it still a raffle?
I actually don't remember.
technically, like, how'd they know?
Yeah, you could
just-
very easily just
Yeah.
Guys, it's so dishonest.
Just theoretically.
Yeah, someone could have done that.
Not saying I would have.
Yeah.
but-
Maybe if I was like really into the Clippers, I would have done that. But I was
Yes.
like, oh, like the Clippers, like not even like the Lakers or something.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want to stir up, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if you're any Clippers fan. But anyways,
I know.
yeah, we had something called, I don't know if they still do it, but at our Civic Center, they had this thing called South Bay's Got Talent. and I won like an award there.
Oh.
I don't even know. I don't even remember for what. I think it was like a judge. So there's like first, second, third, right? And I like didn't place, and I was like, okay, whatever. I don't really care because I didn't really want to go out on this. But like, meh. But there was like a judge's favorite award, I think. And then one of the judges like chose me, and I was like, oh, like that's nice. So I think I got like a medal or a trophy or something.
Wow.
Yeah, but this was when I was like, I was getting classical voice lessons, and we were trying to like find things to kind of put on my app, like college apps, and so I don't remember if it was my voice teacher who recommended it or if it was like my mom who found it, but they took it so seriously. They're like, yeah, it's like we had like a whole audition process. So she's like, okay, like, let's prepare for this, blah blah. And at the time I was dating, because this was high school, and then my mom gets really like sensitive too when like we're going out to auditions. Like she feels the stress too, because the pressure. And he like really liked doing like small acts of service like that. I think that's like one of his like love languages. But he would like bring me like a Starbucks like every once in a while and stuff. So he like brought me one to wish me luck, and my mom like was kind of like not like in the mood, right? So I was like, oh, like thanks. And then like the drive-thru is like so quiet. I'm just like, Starbucks is just like sitting in the cup holder. I can't even drink it before I sing because I don't want it to affect my voice in any way. Because like I don't know how much sugar goes with it. So I was like not drinking it. I was like waiting to like finish. And then we like go inside and like go on like the Civic Center stage. And they're like, hi, like what are you gonna do like today for us? And I was like, it was like late at night too. It was like dark.
Huh.
Yeah, so they were holding auditions like all day. It was like super serious. Yeah. And then I didn't even place, so. but
you got the judge's favorite.
Yeah.
I think that's more important, no?
Her name was Judy.
Oh, maybe that's
fellow Judy Bloom.
I get
it. Isn't she literally fictional? Wait, is she not?
Judy Bloom?
Yeah.
Are we talking about the little book series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, isn't she the writer?
Oh,
Isn't she the author?
Is she the author too?
I don't know, actually.
I thought it was.
Are you thinking of Judy Moody?
Oh, maybe.
I think of Judy Moody too.
Judy Bloom is. Oh yeah, she's a writer
Of Judy Moody?
of.
Judy Bloom, right? No.
Wait.
No. What is she the writer of? Wait, why did I think Judy Bloom?
Oh, what did she write? Where's her Wikipedia?
Yeah, is she a children's author? Because
She is.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Notable works, but why do I not recognize any of these books? I definitely have her books somewhere.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like she was a pretty well-known person. I'm gonna look her up because.
Wait, this is so. Oh, Freckle Juice. I think I read that.
Oh yes, I did read that.
Fudge kind of sounds familiar too.
Yes.
Fudge-mania, double fudge. She likes her fudge.
she really does.
I'm dead.
Wow.
Anyways, the judge's name was Judy.
Oh yeah. I think.
Was she famous?
I think so. Like the judges, like they had like very. Like I think they were like somewhat well known in like the entertainment industry, but I didn't really recognize their names. I didn't really like care at the time, so I was just like, but
Yeah.
I guess we have South Bay's Got Talent in Torrance.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. Well, this was a very enlightening experience, just hearing about everyone's respective hometowns and fond memories related to it.
Yeah. Let us know where you're from.
In the comments, yes. And please tell us why you love it and or hate it.
Yeah, or if you're also from any one of our hometowns or neighboring areas, let us know if you relate to our experiences.
Yes. I'm so sorry for the obnoxious laugh. Oh my god. It just cringe so hard. I cringe.
Yeah. I wonder where we'll end up settling down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where everyone will be.
Let's stay close by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Monthly meetings still?
Yes. Yeah. I
Yes.
mean, this podcast is still, it might be still running
Ooh.
by the time
What
we're.
if we're what if we're like what Asian girl boss?
Oh, yeah.
Or Asian boss girl,
Asian boss girls.
ABG,
girl.
Asian
Yeah.
boss.
Bosh.
Asian boss girl.
Girl. Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
See y'all there.
See y'all there.
See y'all there.
Yes. All right. Well,
Thanks for listening.
thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.